Hello!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Countdown to Whirl. It's the opening sequence is done. The opening sequence is officially done. Wait, let me just check my audio real quick. Gotta make sure that's right. All right, good. It's good. So, what I was gonna say is that, yeah, I just gotta do some re-edits to the other stuff, and we might have something soon. I am gonna be putting out a recap video to recap people on the story. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway. I hope you enjoy the show tonight, everybody. We're going to be having 8-Bit Eric on at 9 o'clock. Until then, it's just going to be you and Evan until Cruiser gets here. Hopefully, you won't end up leaving, and you might actually find me funny. Please find me funny.
Hello!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another Nerdy Talk Show where we talk nerd. Oh my goodness, welcome to another fine week. I want to thank those who came to see us in Tupelo, Mississippi. Yes, Bruce did beat the record for the world's largest balloon cosplay of a coup. We met a lot of good fans there. It was amazing of you guys to say, "Hey, I love the show. I love Mystery Brony Theater. I can't wait to see the next episode. Love the Concert Cruiser." All those fans there. It was really cool. Shout out to Nathaniel. If that's your if I got your name wrong, I apologize. Um, so yeah, I'm back from Tupelo, Mississippi. I want to thank everybody's patience and all the other stuff there because a lot happened this week. We got some trailers this week. The trailers for These trailers include trailers for The Crow, The Acolyte, and Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Freaking love this poster, by the way. It's the first time Disney ever put blood in anything, for all I know. Also, a little side note here. D&D D&D has done the inevitable and released a Lego set. It's complete with everything: a story, a campaign, and all those beautiful things you know and love about D&D and Lego. Lego I always described to be like the gasoline of toys. I remember I once had a model set of it was Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn and a speeder bike and an antenna. The whole thing was that when I got that I got a lot of them. They were like, I don't know, like $10. Nowadays if you were to look it up, it would probably be like 50 something. Just like gasoline, those toys prices went up like mad. So yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm going to be by myself a little bit. The Concert Cruiser will most likely be joining us later. So sit tight. Once again, if you guys are here, 8-Bit Eric will be joining us tonight. Video game commentator, future wrestler, and all those other things and some other third thing. All that stuff. Good stuff. Excuse me. So with that said, we're not going to be doing a lot of the, whole thing, but like, oh wait, hold on, I forgot about that. I gotta give the, thing there. Do I still have that shot? Yes, I don't. Anyway, because of the guests joining us today, me and PG are just chilling. PG? Who's PG? PG? There's nothing PG about ants. We're more or less like a PG-13 Johnny. So yeah. Um, it's gonna be a bit of a. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a very big interesting time tonight. How are you guys doing tonight? PG, Prince Goldfish. Oh yeah, that's right, Prince Goldfish, and their beautiful goldfish goodness. With that being said, I want to thank everybody again for joining. It's gonna be a good night tonight. It's been a while since we have it's amazing having a guest here because we didn't have a lot of guests last year, aside from that one that quit on us and the other one that was very controversial. I wouldn't say very controversial. By controversial, I mean meh. The good old days. Who remembers the days when that was a huge thing? But I heard there's a documentary coming out that's kind of supposed to debunk everything there, and yeah, I can't wait to see that, except I'm not going to see it because I really don't care. So, Yeah. With that being said, let's move on to our first segment of the night. This segment being the trailer park. Stand by. Welcome to the trailer park, everybody. Fun time where we talk about trailers, parks, and all the other good lemony goodness. Why is there a white spot there? What the fuck? Okay, I guess that's not going. Oh wait, there it is. There we go. I guess it's not going away. What did I just move? I wanted to move the black. Oh, it's locked. That's why. Sorry. All right, there we go. Welcome to the trailer park, everybody. Here we got a lot of trailers to talk about tonight. First off, I want to talk about The Acolyte. The Acolyte has been a Star Wars project that has been hyped up for some time now, and we finally got a trailer for it. The original Acolyte series was branching out from what I believe was the Old Republic and some stuff from the extended universe sprinkled in there, which is good because I know they've been Disney has been dipping into some of the expanded universe for some time now. Again, I must point out I love this poster. The trailer itself, it was good. I wanted to do a test actually. I showed it to my girlfriend, and at first she didn't know it was a Star Wars film. It was really it was really kind of interesting because like my dad has and we watch the trailers all the time. We used to do trailer reactions to it. Check out Evan's vlog or FB. You can find a link to my channel where you can see us doing trailer reactions. I remember doing The Force Awakens and everybody was hyped up. We released it at the right time, father and son. It was amazing. But I digress. The Acolyte trailer, I couldn't really tell so much of the story. I'm not too knowledgeable on the Old Republic. I just got a basic knowledge of it. But so I looked it up. The Acolyte is set at the end of the High Republic era, excuse me, in a world of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers. Approximately 100 years before Episode 1, a former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they've ever anticipated. It's interesting. So, like, assuming they're like, we see people shocked that there's a person carrying around a red lightsaber, indicating they're a Sith, which is kind of interesting to see where that began. I mean, like, we see that we know the legends of the Sith and their origins, but it's something I really want to see on the screen. There's a lot of things I want to see on the screen. Like people were hoping that when Ahsoka came out, that one guy Marok was actually Galen Merrick, and I was hoping it was him, but apparently it wasn't. Why don't you bring him in? He's a good. The Force Awake. I'm sorry, The Force Unleashed was a good game. I would totally want to see a reboot of that thing. Heck, the voice actor was in that. His voice, Alan Merrick's voice actor was in there. There, you couldn't fit him in there. Come on, why wouldn't you do that to me? I feel really betrayed right now. What the heck? But I digress. We didn't get a lot of stuff there, aside from just the philosophy of the Jedi and everything like that, or whatever basic stuff the Padawans are training, the Sith are slaying, and everything cool. There was this cool shot where it shows all the Jedi like coming against this one kid, like their opponent, and you could see him in the smoke. Had to rewind that to see it. Although I will say Hasbro did release images of two of the characters, which I'm seeing here of their action figure line. These look like characters in Robot Chicken doing headshots, by the way. So we got the person on the left, the Jedi Padawan name May, M-A-E, and on the right is Jedi Master Soul. It's weird. I don't see Padawan indeed. Not even has a lightsaber. Where the heck is your lightsaber, May? What is that about? I know this is out of place, but did you know the Herald and no the Herald in the Purple Crown? Oh yes. I did see the poster for it. And it's funny. It's funny I mentioned that because like I was at work one day and I was wondering like I wonder if how you would make a movie about Harold and the Purple Crayon. And I wasn't expecting God to go like ask and you shall receive. What the fuck? I don't know if it was a trailer released yet. I don't know if I saw that. I was in Mississippi when it came out, so please apologize. I apologize if I didn't really look too deep into that. It's been like I've been like all over the place. I've been exhausted for a while. But yeah, the poster looks ridiculous. Just Harold walking down with the giant crayon in his hand. But I gotta see where that goes. I hope it's something more, it's self-aware. That's all I hope. That's really all I hope at the moment. But like it's got it's looking good. I can't wait to see where that's gonna go. Anyway, back to Acolyte. The the atmosphere looked didn't really look too Star Wars to me, but then again it's past Star Wars, so I haven't gotten a lot of too much experience for it. Like I said, I got a the purple the people will riot Warner Brothers if it not. I wouldn't say that. I mean, like it's probably gonna be like a clever kid show or something like that. I mean, like it's gonna be like the Blues Clues movie. I mean, nobody's probably gonna remember it afterwards. Good old Harold and the Purple Crayon. Oh man, I used to read those books all the time as a kid. I love that Harold. My favorite joke was when he's trying to find his bedroom. So he made his bed and he drew up the covers. My mom and I used to laugh at that shit. And I'm just chilling. Yes, you are chilling. You're in the north, I think. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we got with Acolyte. It's coming out on June 4th, 2024. Our next trailer that we got for tonight would be The Crow. Yep, there it is right there. Sorry, I forgot to put it on the trailer images. But yeah, The Crow, starring Bill Skarsgård. Skarsgård. I don't know whether or not I pronounce his name right. Please excuse me. Bill Skarsgård of Pennywise fame. Um, so The Crow, if you guys don't know, hold on, let me see there. I'm gonna get a caller in just a second. Bill Skarsgård as the Crow. I don't know. He kind of looked more like Marilyn Manson to me. I mean, this looks like a Marilyn Manson art piece of art right here. Mm. But what I saw here, if you don't know the story of the Crow, the plot is simple. Soulmates Eric Draven and Shelley Webster are brutally murdered when the demons of the dark past catch up with them. Given the chance to see his true love by sacrificing himself, Draven returns to seek bloody revenge against the killers, traversing the worlds of the living and dead and put the wrong things right. Reading this here. So, but yeah, I know he looked like Marilyn Manson, but like he still looks awesome. I can't deny that. But yeah, my favorite shot there is when he's being impaled by the guy in the back and he has the gun, he's shooting through his body to shoot him. It's freaking awesome. That scene where he's on the stage and he throws what appears to be heads and bags into the audience. The Ozzy Osbourne and Post Malone soundtrack song, I love that song. Fun fact, if you actually look back at my channel, me and Cruiser did a rant of us getting faked autographed albums of that from Ozzy Osbourne. And yeah, as a college kid, I was madly in love with that guy. Fanboy ish, you know what I mean? But yeah, the it looks really good. It looks epic. I love the gothic atmosphere. It really does bring out the atmosphere you'd see in the original Crow movie. As you know, the original Crow movie was a comic book adapted movie that was released in the 1980s, I believe, starring the son of Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee, who tragically passed away on set due to being shot with a defective gun blank. But it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, take a look. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't remember too much. But like I wonder why I can't remember anything too well. Mm. Fun fact: if you want to go on the Shaded Sight Studios Instagram, you can see a pic videos from me on my trip to Mississippi with Bruce. The second to last video is us getting like fucking pasted on mint chocolate chip whiskey. Good stuff. Anyway, we got a caller coming in right now. We got Prince Goldfish joining us. Prince Goldfish, let's bring on. Welcome, Prince Goldfish. You're on Ants. Hello.
How are you tonight?
I am partially drunk, but I'm sober enough to talk. I'm not drunk, people. I don't have time for that shit.
Did you see the Beatlejuice teaser?
Oh yes, I did. And matter of fact, how about you? How would you like to sit here and talk with me about it?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
okay. Let's talk about Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice squared, as I call it, B squared. Um,
First off, I am really excited to see Fiona Ryder return.
as Lydia.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
I.
Catherine O'Hara coming back as the Ghost with the Most, being played by Michael Keaton again.
Yes,
Um,
the ghost with ghost. Yes.
Beware or Be Square. What the heck does that mean? Phoenix Next, is that like a tagline on the movie I didn't see? First of all, you use, if you're trying to quote me, my phrase is "Be there or be a trapezoid." Thank you very much. Um, but um, but yeah, we got. I looked at some of the cast members here. We got Jenna Ortega coming in, Bern Gorman, Justin Theroux. I never pronounced that name wrong. Please excuse me. Monica Bellucci, and of course Willem Dafoe. You can't go wrong with Willem Dafoe. I don't know what he's gonna
No,
play.
you
I don't
cannot.
know who or what he's gonna
No,
play or
you
how insane
cannot.
he's gonna be, but why? But I can't wait to see it myself. Um,
Maybe he's related to what was his mom, what was the mom's like guru's name in the first movie?
Alec Baldwin.
The big guy. The like freaking Lydia's mom's assistant, the guru.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't.
Otho.
Otho, thank you.
Otho, yeah, maybe he's related to Otho because remember, because Otho is the one who like got his hands
Yeah.
on the book of the dead for the dead, so recently deceased. So maybe Williams Defoe character is in some shape or way related to Otho, and he's obsessed with like proving ghosts are real.
Oh yeah, of course. I would love to see that. I would love to see anything go crazy with Willem Dafoe. Any time Willem Dafoe is crazy, it's perfect. But
And
yeah,
he was great Green Goblin.
oh yeah, of course. Green Goblin. He was the only good thing in the Death Note movie. But like I want to also point out. Here's the thing. I love the name of this Beetlejuice. I wonder what the third movie is going to be called. There isn't a lot to talk about with the
Third
plot.
time's the charm.
I was going to say it was
Maybe third time's the
Beetlejuice. It
charm.
was going to be Beetlejuice, but like, one thing I do have I have one problem with this trailer so far. We don't get a lot of the plot, but then again, it's a
Uh huh.
teaser. I'm not going to go with there. And second of all, I kind of wanted to bring this up with The Crow before I brought you on. This is a movie that's been in
Um,
production hell for a long time,
the
and
Crow.
The
The
Crow,
remake.
The Crow, yeah, the remake of The Crow. There's been a remake that's in production hell. And Beetlejuice, it's also been in production hell for a long time. I'm really
Huh.
skeptical about movies that take that long to go into it, especially after the disaster that was Artemis Fowl.
Oh man.
I don't want it. All I did.
I'm very. Go ahead.
No, you speak. You go. Sorry.
I was about to say that I do have faith in Tim Burton. Always do
I mean, Tim
when
Burton's
it
hit or
comes to
miss.
his original movies. Like I have less faith in him in remakes, but when it comes to his creations, I have faith.
It's good to have faith. I mean, Tim Burton's a hit or miss guy for me, honestly. But like, I love one of the things that people don't point out about Tim Burton is the thing that stood out for him that hasn't really aged well was his style of work. With all the spirals, all the colors, all the warping that you'd see in like Caligari and everything like that. But it was a I hope he can do good this time. But like, what was the last thing he made?
Dumbo for Disney.
Oh yeah, it's been so long. I remember when my dad announced that, saw that announcement, and his buddy was saying like something. I think it was like a political thing, and my dad puts in the comments, I'll believe that when I see an elephant fly. But like, no one really remembers the Dumbo one. The Dumbo one was stylized in the Burton look that I loved, but I don't think it was a big payoff for it, honestly.
Um, Another movie I'm really excited for is FNAF 2.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the original one, but like I heard good stuff.
I was in high school when the first FNAF came out,
I was
so
in
I was
college.
there.
I was out of college and I was there
mm,
too.
So it's like I'm a diehard fan. I played every single game except for Ultimate Custom Night because of the little hell that puts you through.
Yeah, I can't really follow that. FNAF games have like dropped off the face of the earth for me. I don't really know. I stopped after Sister Location. I'm like I can't do this.
So Ultimate Custom Night, Evan, you play as Purple Guy and you're living in his mistakes because you have the souls of all 50 creation and all 50
Oh
animatronics
my God.
coming after you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to see where that goes there.
So you,
Anyway, I want to thank you for joining
huh?
us tonight. I apologize, I gotta cut this short just so I can save time for talking about
Oh
the
no, I
D&D block set.
right. Have a good night, Evan.
Don't forget to stay on. We're gonna be having our interview at 9 o'clock with 8-Bit Eric, video game commentator. Gonna be a good time. Have a good
I'll
time.
be sure to check that out.
Definitely, it's a good time. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy. I love his beard.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, The Crow will be coming out in, I believe this summer. Get ready for a gothic violent movie, and of course, Beetlejuice will be coming out in September, or as I wrote down here, September 5th, 2024. Or be there or be a trapezoid, as I always say. Sometimes I don't know. With that being said, let's talk about what we got. What else we got here? Let me see what else we got. Let's talk about, see, we can get to someone else here. We got another caller coming in here. We got Riot Nexus. Well, let's see if he's ready there. There for you. Why not? So let's go here. Riot Nexus. You set. Let me know. Um, but yeah, I like the cinematography in the Crow movie trailer. It looks amazing. I love how the shots of the violence. I love the blood. I love the gore. I love it all. I guess he's ready to go. Here we go. Riot Nexus is coming on there. Welcome, Riot Nexus. You're on Ants.
Ah,
Ah,
hey,
hey, how are you tonight?
nothing much as well. And I know Prince kind of talk about the FNAF one. I had to just mute real quick because I haven't watched the movie yet.
Me neither. I don't really. I think I get a gist of it. Animatronics, they kill people, children, murderer. Matthew Lillard.
Yeah,
Matt
everyone's been
Pat. I
talking
don't
about
know.
it. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, there was a Map Pat cameo as
It was
well.
the only real cameo in there that mattered, from what I've heard. Everybody was wondering where Mark was, but he's too busy doing Iron Lung. But yeah,
Yeah.
my girl, everybody was going nuts for it. I still have to see it, but I heard it's okay.
Mm. Yeah, I want to jump on it. Watch some FNAF movies with some friends of mine. So yeah. Mm.
Hmm.
What were you talking about before? I was watching your stream and you were talking about something.
I was talking about a lot of things. I started talking about how we're gonna have 8-bit Eric joining us tonight at 9 p.m. to talk video game stuff and all that good stuff. And
Mm,
I was also talking about other movies such as The Crow, Beetlejuice. And the first movie I talked about was The Acolyte of the Star Wars movie.
yeah, yeah. I never heard of the version of the acolyte. Actually, I know some bits of it, but never the full detail.
Oh yeah, like it's been hyped up for a while honestly, and the trailer came out. It's pretty good. I like how they're diving into like the High Republic and the origin of the Sith and everything like that. It looks like I'm
Ah, I see.
that's the thing I think about Disney and Star Wars. Like people look at Star Wars and Disney, and they think it was failure. But then again, the only two things that really didn't work were was the last movie, and I guess the second one. I know it kind of got a resurgence, but like
Uh,
the thing with this, I'm glad Disney is sprinkling more of the extended universe into their stuff. Like even little stuff like all the way back at Solo where we see a girl mention Terra Kasai, which was a video game, Star Wars Terra Kasai, which was a Star Wars fighting game. If you haven't played it, I don't know whether to recommend it or not. But But yeah,
I did not know they have a fighting game.
yeah, it's really kind of hard to watch. If you want to see Darth Vader versus one of those Jabba pig things that's named Horror, I'm pretty sure you're going to be getting what you think. Every
I'll give it a watch.
Oh yeah, it's really good stuff. But no, what did you think? What do you think of, did you see the trailer?
Um, just just the clips of Twitter, just the clips of bits of Twitter. I
What do you
never
think?
watched. It's getting good actually. I mean, I like the detail. I like the like you said, they focus on the extended universe. That's really interesting. I really want to catch up on many things on every Star Wars media,
Oh yeah,
so that way I can.
like Ahsoka was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah, Obi-Wan,
I
I
meant.
Obi-Wan was okay too. I thought it was good.
Yeah, they kind of did wrong with the camera work of the scene between Obi-Wan. I did heard about this, someone complaining about that.
The camera work? Oh yeah, the camera
Yeah,
work,
he.
the angular work with the camera work. That's a good observation actually. I like that. But yeah, I thought it was good. Like what they gave me was they said they're canceling the second season, and when I heard that I'm like, what more was there to tell?
Mm, I mean, to be honest, people wanted wondering about where was Soko come from the Clone Wars saga, so it's kind of fair, but uh, it's kind of okay.
The Ahsoka movie show? I thought it was great. I thought it was
Yeah,
really great.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was okay.
I think they could have done Thrawn a little bit better, but like, I get what they're trying to do. They gave what they could. I mean, like for animation, like I watched the entirety of Rebels to get to know who Thrawn was, and my dad, a big props to my father who spent the entirety of 2024 watching every piece of Star Wars media
Yeah, and I had to. Yeah, and
in
everyone's
order.
complained. Oh yeah, the order one. My you know, also I don't get it why it's been over like a last year now. I don't know why Ray's becoming Mary Sue. I don't even know why.
Well, like oh, excuse me, my volume was on. I don't know. Ray was I don't have a problem with Ray. I don't think she was a strong character, but like I know what they were trying to do. They have to write a new character. I remember speaking to a guy who was in the 501st Legion, and one thing he said is yeah, the sequel trilogy is not really that good, but yeah, he says you have to look at it this way as well. It still looks like something that takes place in Star Wars. It still looks like a story that would be in the Star Wars universe or something like that, be it real or Legends. But yeah, I'm not saying support. I don't hate Rey. I just think she could have been developed better. I wouldn't say she was a Mary Sue. I honestly kind of felt her more thing. Like I don't know, like you look back at the prequel series and people are starting to like it more. I could see the sequel series being looked back and people and kids saying that they grew up with this and everything like that or whatever.
Yeah. Even though the other characters as well besides Ray are pretty good too.
Yeah. I like how everybody was saying like, "Oh, someone tapped Palpatine." Oh my God. Yeah, and I'm like, there are more ways of getting pregnant in Star Wars. You know that. I think more or less the question is who it was, and I think we already know who it was, so why not? That's a story for another day, saving it for hentai night. But I'm like,
Wait,
but
what? Wait, what? What was that? The first? What was the first thing you said?
that there's more ways of getting pregnant in Star Wars, like having DNA injected into you or something like that.
No, no, no. The other thing. The other thing. The other word you just say.
Save it for
I mean that.
save it for hentai night.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
What? What was that?
yeah, it's a reoccurring joke on ants. Whenever we talk sex stuff, we always interrupt and say, "Shut up, save it for hentai night." It will come. I
Oh.
promise you. Hentai night will come after all these years of teasing. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. I know it's coming.
Uh. It's a good day. Put a pacifier on my profile pic just now.
Huh? Interesting. I don't want to, I'm not going to question anything. You do you. But like, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what we got. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining
Mhm.
us tonight. We'll talk later. Be sure to stay in and watch our interview tonight with 8-Bit Eric at 9 o'clock. He's gonna be talking game stuff with us.
Sounds cool. I'll see you later then, Evan.
Love you, darling.
Bye, mate.
I'm his mate. I'm not his mate. Anyway, let's go on here. Lego, or as I like previously just called it, the gasoline of toys, is releasing a new set. This set being a D&D like model kit. I'm going to show you a picture of the model kit in just a moment, as soon as my mouse says it doesn't want to be stuck anymore. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. I don't know where it begins and where it ends. It's like a 360-degree thing here. So let me see what I got here in my notes. We got a 3,745 piece set. Supposedly this has been teased for some time, but the wait's over. So let's have a look inside of it, shall we? Let's have a look inside the Lego D&D model kit. Let's start up here with the other side here. There's a part there. There's the model kit itself. Beautiful stuff there. I like the stuff with the layout. A lot going on here. Definitely enough to talk about. The dragon looks fucking amazing. Anyway, let's move on to the next one here. Here's the other side without the dragon in the way. Got a good shot of the castle here. Good shot of the tavern. I like how this tavern has a little smoke coming out. That's cute. Look at all that. Look at all this stuff. I don't know whether that's a tentacle or a vine, but I still love it. Lego. My God, I remember when it used to be cool and everybody was yellow. Let's take a look at some other stuff here. So here we have a room with a kit. I should probably tell you what each one has right here. We got stuff including a removable roofed tavern, a dungeon, and a tier for a giant cylinder howl red dragon to wrap around it. The figures include an orc rogue, a gnome fighter, elf wizard, dwarf cleric, and brick-built monsters like the beholder, owlbear, displacer beast, and a displacer beast. Excuse me. So yeah, let's take a look at there. I'm assuming this is the dwarf cleric. Or like this must be the dungeon. Look at that stuff. Little details, everything down to that little thing under the stairs. You know you can make Legos do this way. I like the little bricks right there. That's pretty cool. Oh my God, I have a friend of mine, Jason Ruth, the guy who produces Mystery Brony Theater, who does Legos. It's good stuff. Here's a look at the dragon. Let's take a look at the dragon right here. Let's have a look at the dragon. I love it. Look at this thing. This thing's a monster. I love it. I love the claws. I love the spikes. I love it. This looks like some. I feel like I've seen the model before, but I like the felt with the Technic pieces there. Like when they fuse that kind of stuff there. It's always weird when you see Legos having movable appendages. Number 6 here, we got a shot of the tavern, I believe. Yeah, look at that. You have a removable move tavern. You can chill with the boys, get a beer, have a good time. I wish this wasn't sideways. See some more of the figurines in there. Good stuff. Good stuff. The pegs here indicate that they show the places where it can be removable from the board. Thus getting things ready to go there. What did you send me? What are those 3 things? Fire-breathing dragons or those raccoons? I can't tell. Oh my gosh. I don't know who that guy is, but I'm assuming it's Jeremy Irons. One can only wish. And lastly, there is a lineup of these sets. This is actually pretty cool because you get to see each one. I like the beholder. I like the dragon fade in the background too. So let's have a look at some of these other figures. Look at all that. Like a little mushroom. There's a mimic. Some stuff there. I love the friggin' beholder back there. It's so cool. See them Skillyman. Good stuff. Good stuff. Please excuse me, I'm not an avid D&D player, but I've been meaning to get into the game for a long time. And there's even more. A bespoke adventure for the set will be downloadable for free and also be available as a paperback book. Mimic Dice Box. There'll be a Mimic Dice Box with the kit. Set to be released April 1st to LEGO Insider members only and April 3 and 4 to the public of this week at a price of, get ready for it, $359.99. The gasoline of toys, everybody. Remember when Legos used to be like 50 cents? Me neither. Go back to all the way back to the wooden duck. Fuck. Anyway, anyway, yeah, so yeah, it's cool stuff there. And hey, I was a Lego builder back then. Oh wait, yeah, I took down my Legos. Well, I have a TIE fighter hidden behind that character right there that was made of Legos that I made all the way back in like 2007. I think I also have Anakin Skywalker's ship up there somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a vulture droid up there in the top. I used to be an avid Lego builder. I was a brick master at one point. And it had it was good. It brought up my creative mind and everything like that. And of course, the Lego I did buy Lego Star Wars: The Complete Trilogy. It was a good time there. I have both the original games, but I didn't have Complete Trilogy. Oh my god. Hear me, please. It's been a long day. I've been working all day. I've been working all night. I've been working on things. I took some time out to watch the documentary, by the way. We're gonna be talking about that later. I mean, maybe next week, because next week's April Fool's. So, yeah, our April Fool's episode will be next week. Be sure to tune in, check that shit out. With that being said, how are you guys out tonight? Chat's open. Talk to me, please. Please talk to me. Talk to me. I beg of you. Cruz will be joining us soon, hopefully. He's gonna be getting things set up with Eric. What else are you guys doing tonight? You having a fun time? Why am I not being invited to the party? What the fuck? That being said, it's been just nuts. I started off doing some cosplay work again. I'm cosplaying as Tron characters now. The original characters, of course. And I put together a Galaxy's Edge cosplay, but I can't go to it yet because so much is happening and I can't reserve anything. Don't know what I'm doing there. I'm licking my hands after dipping into this thing of Old Bay. I gotta put it away before I freaking fry my mouth. Not a lot of other news came out there. Angry Joe, I was watching him for a while because he brought up a game that I was really interested in seeing, but apparently it sucks now, and that was the Star Wars Battlefront Retro Collection, whatever it was called. I don't remember. It was basically the original Star Wars Battlefront games that were available on that were like remakes and reported onto PC, Switch, that stuff. Yeah. And apparently it blows. It blows chunks. It's kind of sad because Suicide Squad also blew. Oh, Angry Joe, you're gonna be ranting on everything. Poor guy, he wasted his weekend hoping he gets something cool. But no, he didn't. I really want to see that release there. I mean, like, I'm a Nintendo player myself, but I want to see a very bad game be re-released on the console. It's been a while, and yeah, I've been away from my Switch for a while. I've been trying to branch back into it, but I've lent my Switch over at my girlfriend's place. She just finished Undertale, by the way. Well done completing your pacifist run. That kind of stuff, good stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of things that have been getting in my way lately, but like, whatever floats the boat. I'm working hard on the stuff there. I'm actually kind of worried about my desktop, honestly, because I feel like it's starting to have graphic card issues. Because, I've been taking care of my computer for a while, but I still like what I got. It's been 5 years. I got to get a new one soon. I don't know. It's kind of lonely here without anybody here. I should talk to somebody. Looking around, seeing what I can find there. What if Queenie's doing anything? Hey, Queenie! Queenie! Queenie!
What do you want?
How are you doing today? She's not much of a talker. But she just checks in once in a while. She's not really much of a conversation starter. She does like to, she wants to start questioning guests now, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that right, Queenie?
Piss off.
Right. Anyway, what else is going on here? Oh my god, so much has happened this week. I wouldn't be surprised if I missed a lot of the trailers this week. What else happened here? there were two trailers that came out that I missed. It was for the Penguin and Doctor Who. I didn't even know the Penguin was having a trailer. I forgot to put down Alien Romulus. I watched the trailer for Alien Romulus with my girlfriend. I feel like when I saw it, we saw a little bit of Xenomorph, but I will say it did give me a feel of the original Alien movie. What was the last Alien? Excuse me. Yeah, okay. That was my impression of my audience right now. But oh yeah. Um, the last Alien movie. What the fuck was it? Was it fucking? It wasn't Prometheus. It was. Fuck. Shit, I gotta look it up. Alien Covenant. That's right. Alien Covenant was I saw parts of it. I thought it was okay. I'm not surprised they did like a whole oh my god, I'm looking at the poster for it right now. It looks fucking awesome. Love that H.R. Geiger art, man. But you know, I like the poster for it. It has a real good look for it. It reminds me of the poster for like Alien, not Resurrection, it was Alien something else, I can't remember. But I like seeing more Xenomorphs. Xenomorph is always my huge thing. I mean, it's canon in Star Wars, why not? Oh god, shit. Oh my gosh, what else happened? I'm trying to find more stuff that happened. Whew. One game I've been really getting in recently was Portal. I recently got into it. The last time I played Portal was in college. Portal was easily a go-to thing. I played in the wrong order though. I played Portal 2 first before Portal. I don't regret that. It was a weird combination to go through. I still have the hard copy. I actually got that. Fun fact, let me tell you a story. So I remember when I got that game. It was shit. It was in 2011 and the 3DS came out. I was I pre-ordered it. I was one of the pre-orders guys that pre-ordered and got it on my own. That was the first console I ever bought with my own money. And I was going through the place. I was looking through. They had Super Street Fighter 4, and I was looking on the shelf and I found a copy of Portal 2. Do I have a hard copy of that? Hold on, let me take a look. It's up there. I know it. Yeah, there we go. Is the sticker still on there? Oh shit. There we are. So yeah, when did Portal 2 come out? It came out in 2011. Yeah, it came out in 2011. So, there we are. I found this hard copy of Portal 2 that was because I saw the trailers for it. I didn't really know a lot of the franchise. I found this copy on a shelf. It was like $20 in 2011 when it came out, surprisingly. And when I saw it, it grabbed my interest. Can I still play this still? Is this Mac compatible? I don't know if it is. Oh, it is. It is. Fucking. Can I install this? Holy fuck. I think I can install this in my computer. I should try that after this. Holy fuck. I think it can still work. Does it still work? Yeah, I can probably make it work. Anyway, I got this and I started a nice Steam account and it was just crazy. I remember playing it all day and I was like, holy fuck, this game is awesome. So yeah, I was playing and I've been listening to the music, I've been listening to the lore. Like this guy I forgot his name, on YouTube made a whole 3-hour video of the lore of Portal and Half-Life in one big story. It was really cool. And I was interested into it. I mean, Half-Life I played as well. Half-Life 2, easily a good game. I remember Half-Life 1, it took me a while. I never beat it. I got to the final boss and I couldn't beat uh Vanillith. I don't remember. Vanilla guy, baby weirdo Vanillith. I'm gonna call him Vanilla. The weird vanilla baby thing. I made it there, but I couldn't beat it because I think my ammo was pretty bad. But like, you know, please excuse me. I'll be with you in just one moment. Just gotta mute something real. Excellent, excellent. Cruiser, where did you say you were again?
In the driveway, walking through the door.
One more time for me, please.
In the driveway, walking through the door. In the driveway, walking through the door.
God damn it, I lost the rhythm. I will download that and just make a remix of it. In the driveway, walking through the door. In the driveway, walking through the door. In the driveway, walking through the door. Oh my god, I'm just pasting out time at this point. But yeah, he should be on any moment. For those of you who are here tonight, I want to thank you again for joining us here. We'll be interviewing Eric in about 15 minutes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I now actually just want to stop the interview and just play this now. I don't know if it'll even work anymore. I have the code for it, but I don't know if it'll work. Holy, oh wait, I got the receipt still. Fuck. Are you serious? Holy shit. How much did I pay for this game? I bought this game for $30. Disc, $20 promo, so I spent yeah, about 35 bucks on this thing. That's freaking awesome. Oh my god, the Granite Run Mall. I remember that shit. That was supposed to be where friggin' Mallrats 2 was gonna be filmed. That is so cool. I have this in here. That's so fucking funny. Look at this. Oh, hey, what's up?
Just the two of us?
Yeah, apparently they didn't join us, so it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Oh, shut up.
Just the two of us, you and I. I was telling them, I was talking about how I bought this copy of Portal 2 in 2011 for like.
Hey, our guest is here.
He's here? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
in the
fine.
green room.
That's fine. We'll get him on the usual time there. If that's okay, if you want to meet up with him.
All right.
Okay, I'll tell the story when he gets here since he's the game dude. Okay. Everybody, we'll just get that set there. We'll be ready in just a couple of moments. I'll be getting things set up and everything will be good. So yes, about a couple minutes we'll be getting you guys set up. I apologize for the delay and everybody not being here. I will be throwing Molotov cocktails at their homes. Well, except for Kuma, he's in Japan right now, so yeah. With that being said, I'm looking forward to this. We haven't had a game commentator for a while, and yeah, it's good. I like how Cruiser keeps getting us these interesting ideas for guests. Like we were talking about in the wake of the Quiet on Set documentary, I was talking about like there was a video released of Steve Burns like communicating with his fans, saying how you doing, let's talk, just let me know what you're thinking. And God, I want to have him on this stream. Really good stuff. Anyway, I digress. I forgot to get the thing started up for the guest portion. Let me just get that set up real quick. How are you guys? I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna have them on and all that cool stuff. I don't know whether or not should I go in with like a fake accent or something like that. I'm like Guten Tag, Mishan. I can't do a German accent. Please excuse me. It's good to see you on the stream. I really have a good time talking to you. He's probably watching this right now and he's going like, you are not Russian. I am the greatest of the Russian. I'm from the Polish area. I can't do it. Wait, what are you saying? Italian? I can't do Italian too well, which is kind of ironic because I really want to learn that language. I only know phrases. I'm not going to do any right here because, you know, I don't know what I'm saying half the time, so yeah. But, yeah.
In the driveway, walking through the door.
Cool. Anyway, we'll get things set up for you in just a couple of moments. With that being said, yeah, we'll be with you in just a couple of moments. Stick tight. And yeah, cool. We'll be right back, everybody. Here, I'll be putting us into our. Welcome back, everybody, to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show where we talk nerd. So tonight we have a special guest. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself. We got Mr. 8-Bit Eric. Eric, thank you for joining
Eric,
us tonight.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
I'm great.
doing very good. Thanks for joining us. And for those out there who don't know, believe it or not, Eric and I actually met once.
Yeah, a
What?
long time ago, probably a decade ago, actually.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I
Explain.
went
This is
when
new to me. This is news.
yeah. Uh, I used when I lived in
Wait.
Buffalo.
Hold on. I want to hear Eric's POV of how this like interaction took place.
Well, he
Just
just reminded me. I remember exactly who he is, but he reminded me that he's that guy. Because if I don't talk to someone regularly, I'm terrible with names. But when I saw the photo, I knew exactly who he was because he was this dude that was wandering around Con Bravo, which is a convention in Toronto, and he had a
What was
virtual
he carrying?
boy with him, and he was having everybody. It wasn't even if you weren't a guest, like just anybody there. He wanted everybody to like take a photo with the virtual boy, and I think you were even letting people play it, right?
I had a feeling that
Yeah.
was the case.
I brought that thing with me. That was before all the change the channel drama happened with Channel Awesome,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
I went to
yeah,
the game room where all the arcade cabinets were. I figured, I'll go ahead and bring this in, and
yeah.
one guy, just one kid goes, "Is this a virtual boy?" Like he said it just like that. And I start getting this small little line of people who want to play it, including Linkara.
Yeah.
Linkara totally
Yeah,
fit.
that convention was really that convention pretty much was Channel Awesome Canada convention.
Oh yeah, basically it
Uh,
was from what I remember.
I went to two of them. I don't know if that was the first one I went to or if that was the second one. Was Keeb the Joking Gamer passed away already?
No, he was
Okay,
still
so it was the first one.
may he rest in peace, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
rest
may.
in peace. So he was there too. So that was the first one.
And let me ask you this: what did his nipple taste like?
Garlic.
What?
So the one I met you at, they had the actress that played Matilda there too then.
Oh,
Yep.
Mara
Mhm.
Wilson.
Marla
And
Wilson, yeah, she was there.
so now, Evan, you obviously didn't know what I was referring to. So, Eric, would you kindly fill Evan in on this story?
So in the Game Chasers thing, there was just a segment where, every once in a while we just do a little, jackass style type of like and stuff. So I was like, hey, I'll lick his nipple for one of your games that I don't have. The only game that they had that I didn't have was 1942 or 3. It was one of those. So I just licked it. I mean, it was on the episode. Same episode that he you're on actually. You made it onto the you're in there for like a quick second with the virtual boy. So yeah, he's in a Game Chasers episode.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know if
Cruising.
anybody's familiar with the Game Chasers. They're like American Pickers, but with video games. There's all these game hunting channels now, but back then there wasn't many.
Oh yeah. Like
So
I was telling my girlfriend the other night, um, like we were looking at like we were looking at the Mario theme park in Japan where my buddy Kuma is right now. Um,
mhm.
and I'm looking at all this Mario merch on the wall, and I pause the video. I'm like, imagine being a kid in like the 1980s, 1990, anywhere like before 2000. You would look at this
Yeah,
stuff and you're looking at the kids now. Imagine having like a grandchild or like a son, and he's wearing like a Mario hat, and you look at him and say like that right there wasn't possible to get. Like you had to
yeah,
travel for that shit.
it's much more marketed. Like, I mean, they did pretty good in the 80s and 90s marketing Mario,
Oh yeah.
but now it's like beyond. Like, I would say it's equal footing with Mickey Mouse at this point
Oh
as far as
yeah.
Super Mario goes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
And
Mario's net worth is bigger than Mickey Mouse, so yeah.
just the other day though, I was talking to my friend. I was all like, because Willie became public domain. I was like, when's Super Mario becoming public domain? Like, can you imagine when that happens?
Oh
At least,
yes.
like,
Jumpman.
yeah.
Jumpman would be the. I mean, come on.
But anyway, let's go ahead and
But
get
then
started here.
again,
Oh,
oh,
sorry. Go
hold on,
ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt. But then again, somebody told me that's why companies make remakes of movies and video games and stuff. So technically, it just renews like there's some kind of like loophole.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
who
yeah.
knows?
I've actually never considered that. But yeah, let me give you my first usual question here. How do you feel like pop geek or nerd culture has influenced your life?
Oh man. Well, I definitely remember when I was a kid, it wasn't cool to be a geek.
No, it was not. We were
Um,
there. We were all there.
I remember when Magic the Gathering first came out. That was like, oh, you play Magic? Y'all are the losers. Y'all are freaking nerds. Y'all are playing a little card game. And it almost seemed like stuff would be initially popular, like Power Rangers comes out. Everybody liked it the first season. Second season, you started to see people say, "Oh, that's for kids. That's lame. Oh, you got a Power Ranger shirt on?" And then you get beat up. I got beat up for having Power Ranger clothes one time at school, like 5th grade. I'm not even joking. Just for wearing Power Rangers merch, I got beat up. Now it's like, oh, dude, I'm 40 years old and I'm going to Walmart and I'm buying these exact replicas of the toys that I had as a kid that I got beat up for having, and it's like, you go to Walmart, you have the Masters of the Universe toys, you got Power Rangers, you got, the super not Super Friends, but the DC Comics ones. It was
Oh,
almost like the line of
I know what you're talking about. The Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Is that what
no,
you're
it
talking?
was like Power Heroes or something. Like they have like a line from back then. Like almost every line we had growing up is back in the store in the same exact packaging,
Oh
except
yeah,
now it has a .com address on the back.
I
That's like
know,
the
right?
only difference.
Called the Super Friends.
No, it's like the Hanna-Barbera cartoon Super Friends, but this is a superhero line of toys that they have again
Oh
that was
my
back in the
gosh.
80s, 90s. But now the only difference is you look on the back and it says like today's year.
RetroToys.com. That's
Yeah, and then it has like the website and it has like their Twitter. It's like that's only like with the Ninja Turtle toys. It's like that's how you know it's not vintage. You just
Mhm.
see the .com on it.
I know, right? He
Yeah,
speaks my language, man. I go to conventions, I see the original packaging. I'm like, if I see a .com on there, you're giving me a refund.
Yeah, it's tricky now.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
speaking of which, remember in one of your streams, you were saying that uh, what's considered collectible today is not going to be anywhere near as valuable
Valuable.
as
Yeah,
as stuff from like the 80s and
yeah.
reverse.
And it's a decent theory because you think about it, when we had stuff as kids, we didn't think about, oh, let me keep it sealed, or oh, let me keep the package, let me keep the manual. Let me make sure I don't accidentally bend the toy and break it. Let me don't lose, Michelangelo's nunchucks. We didn't think that. Now, kids and adult collectors and everybody is thinking right now, let's keep it in good condition while we have it.
oh yeah.
Back then we didn't have that. So that's what makes older stuff valuable, whether it's cars, Coca-Cola merch, anything, because we didn't have that culture of let's keep stuff mint.
Oh yeah, man.
Mhm.
So all that stuff, when you find it mint, that's worth more value. Now everything, we're gonna find everything mint for the rest of, human life. We're gonna find anything you can think of will be mint now because people are gonna be that, and it'll probably have like a short-term value, but like Pokemon cards 25 years from now that came out this year aren't gonna be worth much because everybody's keeping them nice. They're grading them and
They're keeping they're not even opening the foil boxes. Like it's funny
yeah,
because I was going through my stuff like earlier last month and I found my old trading cards with the manuals and
yeah,
everything, my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, my old Pokemon cards. And in there is still sealed. Did you see Pokemon the movie 2000 when it came in the theaters?
I did.
I know I feel like I feel almost stupid asking you that, but I found the ancient Mew cards that they had or they were stickers or whatever.
Yeah.
I have one still sealed in the package in this thing. I'm like, okay, not gonna touch that for a couple more
See,
years.
yeah, I mean, that's 20 years ago, so that's good, you know?
It really is. Like I
But
was going through my closet. Cruiser here finds all these game manuals I have in this like clear container, and he's going like, dude, you should sell these. I'm like, they're probably not gonna be worth much. And for the next hour, he's going on eBay looking at each manual, trying to judge which one was worth more.
yeah.
It was
Mhm.
crazy. It
Yeah,
really
it's,
was.
Yeah, and that's
different
why.
different times, though, for nerd and geekdom, because now everybody's a nerd.
I know. I mean, there's a
But see,
reason I
for me,
still have
what
there's a reason I still have the retro Nickelodeon clock over there.
Nice.
but see, that's why with me and my collectibles, I try to get them signed because now it's worth something. Because I mean, you can keep something sealed forever, but let's face it. I mean, Keith David is not going to be around forever. So
But
if you can
celebrities
actually
are
get
catching on to that stuff now, though, because now they want to personalize it. Because
Oh,
if you ask for just the signature, they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Resell this?" And they get mad. And to me, I'm like I know it's easy to say. If I was like, I don't know, like Stone Cold on your wall, right? I
Mhm,
wouldn't care what the heck you do with the thing I'm signing. I already made the money for that poster. You know what I mean?
mhm.
oh my God,
So
that happened
it's
to me
like
recently.
It's why usually if they say I'll usually tell them that I'm giving it away as a contest prize, and they go, "Oh, okay." Higher.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
like friggin' I just got back from a con in that con in Mississippi. First of all, I went there. My buddy was trying to break a world record for the largest balloon costume of a coup, and I met friggin' Scott Patterson there from Saw 5. He was the dude
Mm.
in the box trap, and and I didn't want to personalize, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to personalize it." I'm like, "Oh." Luckily, luckily,
Yeah, they're weird about it now, man.
yeah. But I think the best autograph I got here is from George Lowe, who I told him not to personalize. He's like, "Okay, I get it." He writes on there, "Greetings, unknown eBay person."
Oh god.
It was great.
Like at least he's having some fun with it. Like I have never seen anybody do that. The fact that he just improvs all over the signature.
I know. Gave me a dessert
Yeah,
tip.
I mean, that's good. That's cool and it's not at the same
It
time.
really was. Oh man.
So how'd you fall into video games and how'd you get known within the video game scene here on YouTube?
Man, when I was a kid, my older brother had, um, a Sega Master System, so that was, like, one of my earliest things, and then my cousin, he was one of those cousins where his parents were divorced, so they gave him everything he wanted.
Mhm.
So, he had, like, the Nintendo, the Master System, the Atari. Like, that was the house we wanted to go to when we went out of town, because 'cause we'd have all the games and toys that we'd wanna play, and I was a little bit younger than both my brother and my cousin, so they would hog the stuff, but that was my first exposure, and then, once I got into elementary, I had another friend whose parents were, like, divorced, so he had everything, and, I would go and get through that, and then finally, when I started had my own video games and stuff, it's just video games, man, I think I was probably about 4 4 years old when I started playing them, and, I couldn't see my life without it. Like, I don't know, like, whenever I see somebody go, "Yeah, I don't play video games. I've never played a video game." It's like, how is that physically possible? Like, I don't understand how you could, this day and age, have never played a game, even if it's mobile or,
Arcade game.
how yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just
Friggin' calculator, Fucking-
yeah, I used to play on the TI
Oh my
888s
God,
or,
yes.
you know,
What
people would
get
make, like, the text-based like, there was, like, Drug Wars or something like that on there and,
I fucking
RPG games that you play that are text-based on there.
I got a
I used
cat.
to
How do
play
you
the game
not?
on a Cyberco, if you remember that old device.
Yeah.
I got lucky. Someone took they gave us calculators to borrow for that year, and somebody downloaded Doom on mine. I was
Mhm.
so freaking lucky.
There was this one guy in the class,
Yeah.
like, in the whole entire school, that was able to put games on these, and we all kept it quiet. We didn't tell the teachers.
Obviously. I
We
mean,
we kept it all quiet, man, and then that same kid was able to, um when I was in high school, all the classrooms were computer integrated, where every desk was at a computer for some reason.
oh no
I don't
kidding.
think they do that anymore, but we were we figured out how to get around the internet block, so we all started playing RuneScape. We were downloading emulators. We were able to, like, do all this stuff, and then somebody ruined it for us because they got busted because you weren't able to, it was basically we created our own admin accounts,
Oh my
but you didn't
God.
have you didn't have access to the printer in the network because the printer didn't recognize your account.
Mhm.
So, somebody was trying to print their assignment, and they're like, "Teacher, I can't figure out why the printer is not showing." The teacher goes and looks, sees it's a new admin account he's never seen, and then he figured it out, like, instantly, dude, and then the whole school, we all got, we almost got, like, suspended or, like, just freaking taken out of school. Like, it was, like, a whole bunch of us. It was pretty legendary.
Bro, you've been on the stream for about
That is
12 minutes now, and everything you have told me, I am easily relating to, like, everything. Because the
Yeah.
same thing happened to us. I took a drafting class, and we didn't really learn anything. That half the time it was just guys playing, like, Unreal Tournament. And
we didn't.
they did the same thing. Except our teacher wasn't busting us, he just joined in from his computer in the other room.
Oh, see, that's cool. Our teachers, all the teachers picked up on it, so they somehow made it to where when somebody logged in, it would show a little pop-up on the bottom right of who logged into the network, and then anytime for, like, the last 2 years of our high school, they were able to monitor, and it was bad. Like, and a to be honest, it was, these were electives that I had to take that didn't count towards anything because we had like, me and a whole bunch of my friends, we had enough credits to where, we could do abbreviated schedule, but they didn't for some reason, they didn't want us to do abbreviated every day.
Oh yeah.
So, like, every other day, I would leave school by 12:45. They're like, "No, you gotta take a couple electives and have a full day." And I'm like, "The grade's not gonna count." "Oh, well, blah, blah, blah." And I was just like we were snots. And in hindsight, I should have just taken those classes and helped the teacher, like one almost like a computer tech class, and I wish I would have paid attention
Oh
so I could
shit,
learn
man.
stuff, but I just slept, and I was just a snot, and the dude was like, "Can you just at least stay awake, man?" And I'm all like, "Nope." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "'Cause I'm graduating whether I pass or fail this class." And he's all like, I feel like I was such a dick, dude, because I actually went to college eventually and started doing education and was teaching at one point, and it kinda, like, makes you reflect, and I was like, "Man, I should have been a lot nicer to some of my teachers because I was a snot."
Me, I was just out of control. I mean, I had the same thing too. I just took they said I had to take 2 more things. I'm like, cool, put me in a study hall as my last thing and I'm out of here.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let me pick. They're
Oh,
like,
that
"You're good.
sucks.
You know what? It'll be good for you to do this. It'd be good for you." I'm all like, "Ah."
I'm sure it would.
Yes.
I don't care.
See, when I was a kid, that kind of technology, at least a lot of us did not have access to. We couldn't afford like those big fancy calculators, so
Yeah.
we actually had to stick with Tiger handhelds. And there
What?
was even this other, yeah, because because while Game Boy was definitely out at the time, you got to remember the original Game Boy was like that thick
I'm
and this
sorry.
big.
No, no, no. Back up. You were doing you were using your Tiger handheld as a calculator now.
No, I'm saying that we couldn't afford one of those
Oh,
calculators.
I see. I see.
So to kind of secretly play games at school, we stuck with Tiger Electronics. And there was this version, it was the same idea where it was just like those little images, but it came on a stick like this big. There was a
Mm.
tiny screen on there, little buttons that you can press, and it just looked like you were fiddling with a pen. So teachers weren't any of the wiser, and it's why to this reason I still carry a flag for Tiger Electronics. I do call them a video game. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely dated, but they still deserve an honorable mention in the Video Game Hall of Fame because the original Game Boy, again, it was this thick and that big. Like
Well,
it was
yeah,
hard.
yeah, I played a lot of Tiger handhelds, and I still have some of them. And then I remember there was, like, the Sonic the Hedgehog watch and the Mario Zelda watches and stuff like that. Um, I didn't pay for my calculator, just all the classrooms had them. I
Nice.
don't know if that made me in a rich school, but we didn't pay for them. They were just like, you were in desk 12, you had calculator number 12, and luckily, desk 12 had the smart kid that could hack, and I had the nice calculator.
Oh no, but they were making fun of you for doing that stuff. If I recall you saying earlier. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. When did
So how
what year were you in school at this time?
No, that was by high school, so it was okay to be a hacker when you're in high school.
Yeah, but what year was it?
I graduated '03.
Oh, good. I was about to say. I'm pretty sure in '03, calculators were a norm in school, but you know.
Yeah, they were classroom sets. They were
Oh yeah, of
classroom
course.
sets. The things that got you beat up was when you're in elementary school and you were like a Power Ranger, like 5th grade, and you like Power Rangers still, or like I remember people just make fun of you for liking certain things, but I
Yeah.
notice now it's like everything's cool.
Oh
And
yeah, it's crazy. We weren't that underground
there's
force that
YouTube
we used
channels
to be.
out there that just make there's YouTube channels out there that are all about like Power Rangers fan fiction and stuff now, and it's like all this cool stuff. So
yeah, I think Austin St. John is making some of his own because a lot of his fans they want to know certain aspects of the character. And granted, sure, it's not canon. However,
yeah,
the fact that it's the actual actor, a lot of fans will take a bit more seriously.
yeah. You know how you can make everything canon though, and it's what everything's trying to do now.
What's
It's
that?
the multiverse. It's all
Sadly,
canon.
my God, I hate that like excuse, but at the same time, I kind of understand what it is, and I kind of do like it. But like,
Yeah.
also
I mean, technically, we're
Power
in the
Ranger fanfic. I'm gonna
techni-
write that down so I can remember that for a future Ants episode. Just
yeah.
reading.
So technically, we're in the multiverse too of the MCU and of Fortnite. And we're all in the multiverse. Somewhere there's a multiverse where we're Fortnite characters.
Oh my
We're
God.
Power Ranger characters.
Well, not Fortnite, but Fortnite. Uh, obvious pun. But with that being said, so how did you get started at doing gaming content here on YouTube?
So I like a lot of other people, man. You start like I guess my first experience with the YouTube, platform was when I had the Wii and when the YouTube app got developed on the Wii. I guess internet streaming was still a new thing because I remember everybody used to just do real video player and you'd have to download your videos to watch them.
Hmm.
And remember I started watching that and I saw gaming historian, irate gamer, and they're called Stop Skeletons from Fighting now, but they used
Yes.
to be called the Happy Video Game Nerd. And then I saw AVGN like in that order. And I started watching those guys, and then I was like, "Man, this would be cool." And then you start seeing other people making content, and you saw like Nostalgia Critic, you saw all those guys. So I was like, "I want to do it." And I didn't really have like the proper equipment for like forever. But once 2013 ish, 2012 hit, I started to take it a little bit more serious and try to like make stuff. And I wanted to emulate those guys, but then I was just like, you know what? I'll just I don't have any of the production values or the editing skills and
Oh
blah
yeah.
blah. So then I just kind of slowly just became a mishmash of stuff. You just throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks.
Gosh, I was about to say,
Hmm.
what did you do? Download the unregistered hypercam and just filmed your footage from
I've
that?
done that at one moment too.
Everybody has, my friend. Everybody has.
I remember I used to use Windows Movie Maker and that was decent for like '06, '07
I
era
still have the
Windows Movie
nightmares.
Maker.
I still have the nightmares.
I think the first video of you that I remember seeing, and I remember bringing this up to you on one of your streams, was you unboxing the Cheetah Men game.
Yeah,
Because
that was
if yeah, because I'm not sure if you remember this, Evan, but when AVGN helped Greg Pavich launch that Kickstarter, it was definitely cool. And
Oh
but then
yeah.
suddenly a lot of people are saying, wait a minute, this doesn't add up. Like, what's he gonna do with all this money? And that's when AVGN came under fire, Pat the NES Punk came
yeah.
under fire. Like
And
so
I'm gonna be honest, man. I never understood why they got heat.
I didn't
Um, the
because
reason why you make a Kickstarter is to raise money. There's film, there's movies, TV, music, anything. Guess
Exactly.
what? It's crowdfunded by people that want it. So if you don't want it, don't fund it.
No,
the
You
arch
know what I
convinced
mean?
oh
It's
yeah.
like I took it as you're pre-ordering something.
pretty
So
much.
you're paying for your pre-order on it. Um, and funny enough, I guess back then reproductions weren't as common as they are now,
Oh
but
yeah.
now you'll even see limited run games making repros of old games now, and everybody's doing reproduction carts, and you'll see all these hacks and all these things. It's like somebody has to be the fall guy initially, like Vanilla Ice died so Eminem could survive. Cheetah Man 2's reproduction died, so all these reproduction games coming out could, but I never understood the hate. And I think what really happened is just that there was like a miscommunication because I think, Mike Matei said something and then everybody jumped on that and twisted it and it just became like a mess. And I remember I was in Las Vegas for Classic Game Expo, which was out there,
Oh yeah.
and Greg Pavich was there as well, and all that drama was happening like in real time, and they were just trying to figure out like how can we smooth this over because this ain't a scam. We're literally doing what we're saying we're doing, but the squeaky wheels squeak the loudest in the internet, you know, especially back then because it was
Yeah,
just people online.
I s-
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was to say it just backfired, and I was like I don't understand. So I did that unboxing and just to kind of show, hey, it's exactly what I ordered. I wasn't expecting something else.
We got a comment here that says
I,
level one online from level one online. Laugh my ass off. I used Windows Movie Maker for my first video too. I'm pretty sure we all did. The only person I think that didn't was probably Cruiser.
yeah.
He probably has no idea what
Hey,
we're even talking
what's up,
about.
level one online? He's one of my followers. That's cool to see somebody.
Hey, welcome to our.
And
Welcome,
he's a good
man.
friend. He's a good friend. He's a good friend too.
Nice.
Yeah, and if it makes you feel any better, I see the same thing in the music scene because that's my background. Matter of fact, if you look over there, like that's all signed music memorabilia,
Oh my god.
except for Celestia's Soul.
Nice.
And I see this happen a lot, not so much with Kickstarter, but rather when anybody gets successful. Because everybody is just striving to get noticed, to make money off, what is essentially to them is just a fun pastime. Whether it's
Yeah.
playing a video game, playing a song, and I mean, I was there for the rise of the Limp Bizkit hatred. And I remember Ozzy's former guitarist, Zach Wild, was playing live on stage and said, Limp Bizkit can suck our fat hairy dicks. And then later he eventually admitted that it was jealousy because they
Dude,
essentially got bigger than them and they were making all the money now.
I'll say one thing about Limp Bizkit, man. Like I liked them when I was in like '99 to like '02. But then like now I look back and I'm like, God, they suck.
Have you
Like
seen it?
I'm like, why did I like it? Like I'm like, dude, it's so cringe. But I remember everybody liked them, and I was just like, now it's like I cringe with a lot of like that era of like rock and stuff.
Hey man, I feel the same
Well,
way about LFO, so there you go.
Yeah,
The
I
one
actually
song.
looked into that and because no, I really actually gave this some thought here because if you actually look at Limp Bizkit now, they're just kind of having fun with this caricature that Fred created. Like you'll see him actually come out in like in a Western outfit, like a Barbie and Ken outfit on stage. And like he's just kind of having fun with it. You could say he keeps trolling, 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 trolling. But again,
yeah,
puns aside, I think it's because honestly, for starters, the music was that good. Like, yeah, lyrics aside, the music was fantastic. And the other thing is that Fred just had this confident strut and swagger to him that you couldn't help but follow him. And I even found out I was watching some old interviews with them that they thought the bottom was going to drop out at any given point. Like, literally, they did not think they were gonna have this kind of a career or this kind of longevity, and when it didn't, they figured, "I guess we just ride the wave." So their success is just as shocking to them as it is to all of us. So, I gotta give them credit for that because the idea of thinking, "Yeah, we knew we were gonna be big," like, no, they weren't that.
Okay,
They
name
don't act
one.
like that.
Sorry, I'm talking to Level Up One now. He says some Limp Bizkit songs still kind of hold up. Some. Okay, name one. Cruiser,
Rolling.
don't you dare say anything.
Roland's all right. I think
Break
Behind Blue
stuff.
Eyes is good.
Yeah,
Break stuff.
Couple of them, man, but like some of them is just cringe, dude. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, it according to Fred, he said that they frequently injected humor into it, but it never translated over very well. And I want to find out if this was true. So I went looking through some of their old lyrics and I realized, how did we miss this? For example, in their song Rollin', Fred says, "You better get some better beats and get some better rhymes." And then what follows were the rhymes, old school soldiers passing out that hot shit, that rock shit, and bouncing the mosh pit. Now, yes, those are horrible rhymes, and
Yes,
I
they are.
realize that's the joke. The joke is that he set the bar so low that anybody could have done better.
He said the album
That
$3 bill, y'all.
Dude, yeah, I remember everybody used to try to be like Fred Durst when I was in high school.
because again, he had that confidence and strut to him that you just didn't care.
I know when I was in high
So
school, everybody was marking about how Disturbed's Down with the Sickness was the most edgiest song ever made.
Oh, dude, I don't even like Disturbed now either.
Me neither. I
I
never liked
like
it.
this. I do, but the thing though that I didn't like about the song "Down with the Sickness" was the bridge where the guy goes, "No, Mary, don't do it again, don't do it again."
Oh yeah.
Good boy, I'm like, dude, what
Well,
the
they
fuck
edit
is
that
that?
out for the radio a lot too.
Yeah, it's like you should have left that out of the studio, dude.
Oh,
Like,
Surprisingly enough, though, that song, because Fortnite, I don't know if you guys know, Epic Games bought people that made Rock Band.
Oh my god.
Really?
A
Rockstar
couple years
was it?
ago.
Was it
Harmonix.
Harmonix.
Harmonix. Uh, so now they just made a rock band mode on Fortnite with like the rhythm, and they put Down with the Sickness in there, and they have that part in it, which is funny considering Fortnite's a kids game. But the radio doesn't ever play that part of the song because it's like too graphic with abuse and
Oh my
Like
god.
it's just stupid.
Let me ask you that. Let me ask you that as my next question here. You look at like stuff like Fortnite, Roblox, Five Nights at Freddy's, and when I'm at the Disney parks, I see kids wearing these shirts. They're clearly fans of it. Like I'm looking at the kids wearing the Five Nights at Freddy's shirts. I'm like, why are your parents letting you play this? Come on, man. You think but my bottom line is, in your opinion, you think kids ruin video games?
honestly, no. They're annoying when you're playing certain stuff, but I found in my experience, because I've only been playing Fortnite for like the last 3 years, um, I run into more adults on Fortnite than I do kids.
Uh,
I run into kids more than adults when I'm playing GTA or Call of Duty or any like the violent stuff. So
yeah,
it's
for me,
opposite.
it was like
On
Team
the
Fortress
kids
2.
games, I'm running into adults more, and on the adult games, I'm running into kids more. So I don't like to voice chat with kids or adults because it's freaking annoying to hear people. I just mute it all. But
I like your
I
strategy.
think no, I think kids. I mean, I'm sure. Again, it doesn't feel like video game merch was that easily accessible when we were kids. At least like shirts and stuff. I don't
Oh yeah,
remember
like
seeing Mario shirts everywhere like I do Fortnite and Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. But I mean, whether we like it or not, that's the audience, right?
oh yeah, I mean, like I feel like it's just the edgy stuff that the kids are getting to that's like
Yeah.
questionable. Like you look at Five Nights at Freddy's, you look at shoot, what's
Yeah.
that one game that kids are like raving over? Poppy's Playtime.
Yeah, there's a few of them. I'm sure that Steamboat Willie game coming out is gonna be full of kids playing it too.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
the thing with Five Nights at Freddy is I don't get how to play it. So how are these kids are like 5 knowing how to play it? I suck at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Can imagine.
I I have a theory. I don't think anybody really knows how to play it. They just watch Markiplier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I fall into the Matt Pat like when he did all the theories of Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. I fell into that rabbit hole and watched like almost all those.
Oh yeah. Now you got to
I
watch the
mean,
new guy. I don't know what his name
Oh
is.
yeah.
I heard he's
I
okay.
was also against Five Nights at Freddy's. But it's one of the few occasions where I'd rather watch someone else play it than me.
Mm-hmm. That's how I
'Cause
feel about like other games too. Off the top of my head, I can't even think. But like I suck at it, so I'd rather just watch somebody that's good at playing it play it.
yeah, like for me, another one, and granted, I will admit I'm a little biased here, is Pac-Man, because
Oh yeah.
because like those high score based games, like were popular in the arcade scene. Like they were fun to play, but they only lasted you like maybe what 3 5 minutes because it was designed to take your money. But so when I see someone like Kitty, so someone like Billy Mitchell or some of the other arcade veterans, just get like a perfect score, and I just go, "How the hell did you do that?"
Yeah, I witnessed Billy Mitchell play Pac-Man in Donkey Kong in person,
Oh, you did.
and yeah, he came to Retropalooza one year. And say what anybody says, whether they're a cheater, he's a cheater or whatever. I saw him playing the games, and he's 1,000 times better than I am. So,
Now,
you know,
now one
he
thing
was
you've
doing
also
stuff
said,
on Donkey Kong that I didn't know you can do.
Like
mhm,
what?
So the platform stage where he's like up on the center of the screen,
Yeah.
if you go and stand next to him and you just jump over and over and over again, you rack up points.
Are you kidding
mm,
me? Oh, because you're
No,
dodging the barrels?
no, I don't know what it is. You just go right next to his foot and you just jump, jump, jump.
yep,
You literally just make it to the top of that stage and just jump for like
yeah, he's talking
until the
about that
time.
one that's all blue, Evan.
That
Yeah,
was
it's like the platforms.
that was the
Yeah,
third one level, right?
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
the other
He was just doing that.
fascinating
I was like, dude, I never knew you could do that.
I can
And
barely
he's
even play that
talking to
game, man.
he's playing
thing.
the game. Both Pac-Man. So he played Pac-Man at the con. He played Donkey Kong at the barcade that we were at.
Sick.
And
And
And both times he's playing the game, he's blah, 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 looking at the screen, and he's able to, like, hold convos with people for, like, 20 minutes at a time, just like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah," yada, 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 and he's doing fucking great,
Okay,
so,
at that point, he's just
you know.
showing off right now. So, like,
Yeah.
that's
So
probably
that's
why
why
he
I was
went
like,
there.
"Okay, even if he's a cheater, he's 1,000 times better than I am," and, I've cheated at video games before too,
We
so
all have. I mean, I never
The,
legitimately beat Kingdom Hearts. I always just got a Game Shark and just like said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this."
the
Yeah.
one thing he did with Pac-Man that I just technically miss Pac-Man, but I think you can do it on both. That I just could not believe is somehow he actually got the ghosts. He got Pac-Man to pass right through the ghost.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Exploitation.
Yeah, and then he's able to, like, recognize what pattern they're gonna do the entire stage just based on, like, the opening seconds. Like, "Okay, cool, this is this pattern." Like, I can't remember that.
Definitely.
but anyway, I know that you've also started getting into professional wrestling. What can you tell us about that?
Started getting into I've been wrestling for 23 years.
Oh
What?
yeah, you released a book too, didn't you say that on your
Oh, yeah, I
stream?
did release a book though, yeah. I have a copy right here
Here, let me just bring it
just
up in the
to
full
kind of
screen.
plug it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's on Amazon, From High School to Headlocks, Unlikely Pro Wrestling Story. I wrote it 'cause, I was at a convention, and usually I just sell shirts for my YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and then I was like, "Man," I started seeing other people, having other stuff, like John Riggs has a serial book, and so Dan has, like, a Masters of the Universe book, and, Pat has his NES, you know, compilation books and stuff, and I was just like in there, and John Hancock was like, "You should write something about your wrestling," and I was kinda like, "Yeah, I don't know." I don't know, and then the more I thought about it, I was like, "You know what? That makes sense." So it's more of like an autobiography based on my stuff, but yeah, March 3rd, which already passed, was my 23rd anniversary of wrestling.
Very good, man. Very good.
I started when I was 16, so that was kinda like part of why I decided to, do this, and this was the biggest thing that I've done with my college degree too. I it's funny because when I got my degree, people were like, "Yeah, I hadn't used mine really," and now I'm like, "Wow, I haven't really used mine either." But, I used my book, I was an English major, and that was kinda like it falls into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we got ChatGPT taking that over.
Oh, yeah. Which I
Uh,
think that could be a good resource to refine human creativity. So, like, if you're working with it like you're talking to somebody. So let's say I wrote something out, and then I could be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, take a look at this, and if anything's too repetitive, switch it out to me. Put it 7th grade reading level. Can you make sure it has this tone?" Okay, cool. Then I look at that, and then I change some stuff, blah, 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 do some more stuff. And then, I find it like a good workspace. AI scares me, but if they made it a little bit more feel like an extension
yeah,
that you
because
can use like a tool, I think that would be better.
I agree.
yeah, what
Give us AI and make it do what Clippy was supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That kind of is like it. I always use the little dog though.
Oh, Lynx. I used to use the dog too, man. Everybody-
Yeah, I didn't like the paper clip was weird.
I didn't even hate the
but
paperclip or the guy. I like that when you print something, he smells the paper and smiles. It's so cute.
Yeah.
see, because I'm actually writing a book myself, and my vocabulary is not the best. And so I use ChatGPT to correct my work, proper
Yeah.
spelling, grammar,
Mhm.
punctuation. And I'll say, please correct this and put it in the novel format. And it does stuff that I didn't even consider. Like
Mhm.
just to give one example, I have a moment where, there's two characters who are kind of like at odds ends, and they kind of, realize, okay, we need to kind of come to our agreement here, despite the fact that a woman gave, a lot of flack to her sister. Well, then later in the book, the roles are reversed. The other sister, did something bad, and the Chat GPT reminds the reader of the previous incident. And
Mhm.
so, she knew that from her arrogance, the arrogance she expressed earlier, she had this coming.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah, the only bad thing is, man, is that, I feel like because this was my experience when I wrote, is, ChatGPT does a lot of cliche phrases and sayings, like, "In conclusion," or, "This provided a unique tapestry of blah, blah, blah," and it's like, you have to be like Chat GPT, no more cliches. Like you have to like physically talk to it.
Mhm.
Be careful when you're using it because sometimes it's like, okay, this is obvious that AI is writing it, and but that's also. But I also use Descript, which is kind of like a website, and it's almost like AI. I use Descript on top of that, and
Mhm.
it helped out a little bit because that's more catered towards writing. Like Descript is more writing, so I use that to help it, and then I also use that to help with my narration because I made the audiobook too, and I narrated it myself, and it helped with that. And then I then I had to teach myself Audacity, and then I had to use plugins for that, and I was just like, oh god, it was a lot of work. But
Oh,
that's awesome that
Audacity.
you're writing, man.
Yeah, just because, and the cool thing is that it comes with its own soundtrack.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm also a musician. I got like several guitars right there, if you can
There we
see
go
them.
again.
Yeah,
hey,
and
that's what guitarists do.
and the thing though is that if I was, I knew that if I was going to put out some sort of a music project, it would actually have to be something unique because everybody is making some form of content and you're
Yeah.
gonna be competing against all these people. So so I knew I didn't want to just put out a typical album. I wanted to tell a story. And I've been sitting on this story for a long time and just thought like, okay, what if I can somehow connect my music with that? And how do I integrate it into the book? And the idea starts snowballing from there, and I just started writing, and now I'm up to 62,000 words. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm actually quite proud of that.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the
What
same
I
boat with my
did is
scripts.
when I was making it, man, I went to Google and I was like, how long is the average autobiography? And then Google, whatever I found helped me. It said, don't think of how long you're gonna make it. Think of how many words you're gonna make it.
Ah.
Mhm.
Okay, I was like, okay. So I didn't stick on how long each thing's gonna be. So then I was like, okay, how many words is the average? So then I would go to Chat GPT and Google, and I'd be like, words in a nonfiction autobiography on average is a chapter. So then I was like, okay, cool. As long as I do this many words for this chapter, I'm good. And that helped me. So instead of being like, okay, I gotta write 2 chapters today, I'd be like, okay, I only have to do, and I don't remember the exact word count, but I was like, okay, that means I only have to do 10,000 words today. Like it helped me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It helped me. So it helped with the writer's block. So that's just a tip I could give you.
Still
Yeah, and
count.
one thing that I also like to recommend for anybody who's out there is befriend a book nerd. Be
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a friend of mine at work who is a huge book nerd, and, like, every time I always saw him at work during his break, he always has his nose in a book. And so he's very familiar with the format. So I told him about this idea that I came up with,
Mhm.
and I said, "Would you be willing to be my proofreader in this?" And he loved the idea. He's also a music geek like myself, and he agreed to it. And I recently sent him like my latest entries, which was 20 pages long, and he read all 20 pages, and he said, "Dude, I like where this is going. I like this cliffhanger that that you stopped on," which, it's, not for the book, but where I stopped for him to read before I continued writing. So, having a book nerd look over your stuff definitely helps.
Mhm. Agree.
Mm,
Always has a good way
yeah,
to have a proofreader. I mean, like I'm doing the same thing with my scripts for a project I'm working on
yeah,
right now.
You're making movie scripts?
Yes, I was a film major in my when I went to college. I make
Nice.
scripts for like different projects I do. I'm trying to get more into animation right now, and I'm coming up with a project I've been working on for the last 2 years. And
Yeah, I got a couple buddies that do movies and stuff too, man. It's different environment. It's
it
pretty
really
cool.
is. It's like when it comes to like doing it, it's like each page is represented to be like a minute of the shot. It's like it depends on the script or how it's written, but
Mhm.
it's crazy. It really is. But I've been maintaining it well. I like just brainstorming. Like my project I'm working on right now. It's episodic, right? And I've got like tens and thousands of drafts of each episode trying to make sure I get it right. And I'm always changing it. It's like, yeah, I gotta change this
Mhm.
word. In other words, I'm
Yeah,
never
dude,
gonna exactly.
I remember when we filmed the like Game Chasers movie because we did our movie, which it's on Tubi, by the way. You guys want
Oh
to check it
yeah,
out?
I remember you guys made a
Adventures in
movie.
Game Adventures in Game Chasing. It's on Tubi. It's also on Amazon Video, and it's also on Apple. But Tubi, it's free with commercials.
Oh yeah. Well, how was that
Um,
experience, by the way? I heard about that.
so it was. What's funny is what you're saying is even when you have the script finalized, when you're actually shooting it and you're on set, you have to learn how to adapt because maybe the weather's not friendly that day. Maybe somebody didn't come to go shoot today, or maybe this guy doesn't remember, like, maybe this location had an issue. Maybe somebody died that was in the movie, you know what I mean?
Ahmed,
Like in real
I
life.
went through all those factors when we shot short films. Like you didn't. Some people didn't show up to
Yeah.
rehearsal. Some people didn't show up. One guy showed up on the last day of filming and he was hungover.
Oh
Yeah.
dear
So
lord.
it was
Completely.
a lot of on the fly stuff and a lot of adapting too, but we had a great staff. We had like two assistant directors that if we didn't have them, I feel we would have been lost. But it was a unique experience, and I just remember everything about the process. And I like you said, when we were shooting, it wasn't so much like, okay, there's this much of the script left. It was more like we were looking at it either like, okay, today's 2 pages or it's 2 scene. Like it was weird how like when the way that the assistant director would have it to us like on our call sheet. And then he'd
Mhm.
be like, "You guys went through this much of the script today." Like, it would be like he wouldn't show us how much we're doing. He would kinda make it seem shorter that way, it wasn't overwhelming.
Mhm.
It was really interesting. It was
Yeah,
a fun experience.
I actually had a chance to, not to pat myself on the back here, but, be in a trauma movie and just kind of experiencing that for despite how brief it was,
Yeah,
uh, it was really interesting just kinda seeing how the process goes down.
yeah.
And, uh, while I definitely have some issues with some of the crew that was there, to this day, I don't regret it. It was a fun experience, and hopefully now that I've, kind of, for lack of a better word, grew my connections and my Rolodex, I'll get that chance again. And the cool thing with today's tech is you can just do it all yourself. I mean, it won't be as, we'll say as grand as say a, like a Disney or Universal movie, but damn it, it's yours and no one can take that from you. It's
Mhm.
why I constantly root, if you've ever seen this, Who Killed Captain Alex?
I'm not.
Oh my!
Oh boy, you
Okay,
just
it was made by,
said the NO word. Oh my god.
yes, it was made by a production company called Wakaliwood, and it is Uganda's first action movie.
Okay. Oh, wait, I think I might have seen, like, memes made out of it, like,
Mhm.
with guys with big guns
Yeah.
shooting and okay, I've seen the memes, but I haven't seen the full.
The full movie is on YouTube, you can watch for free, and again, like, they knew it wasn't the best movie, but damn it, it's theirs, and, no one can take that from them,
Oh yeah.
and they actually grew to the point where they were kind of like local celebrities, and they basically, like, sell their movies in, like, little, like, plastic sleeves, like, little slit sleeves with go like, "Here, we selling movie, $10, $10." And
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it's just fascinating, and they, just how their status grew. They've been featured on so many news outlets. They've actually come to America for con appearances. And
Hey,
again,
why not?
like if they can do it, there's no reason anyone else can.
Yeah.
Regardless if you get as big as they did, you still made a movie that's yours. It's why I will never give Tommy Wiseau shit for The Room. It's why I will never give the people who did Monos: The Hands of Fate. It's kinda hard to
There
hate
was
on
a
them because
reason
they
we had
actually.
her on the stream, so yeah. Had an actress
Mhm.
from Monos on here one time.
That's cool.
It really
Very,
was.
yeah.
She was amazing. Just hearing
Yeah.
the stories of on set and stuff with that. It was crazy.
Hey, so I'm joining an elite who's who of lineup. That's badass.
Oh yeah, we've gotten all kinds of people here. Here, Matt Hill. We've got who else
Happy
do
to
we
send
get?
you my notes. Wait till after the stream.
Nice.
Because trust me, they actually could use, some notoriety for the projects they're working on.
Oh yeah.
But let's go back to you. Have you watched the Netflix series Wrestlers?
I've not.
Really?
I I'm gonna be honest, man. As far as like wrestling stuff goes, because I've been wrestling for 23 years, I can't watch other wrestling stuff. Like, I can't like, if I watch wrestling, I can't watch it, like, as a fan. The immersion's been gone for me, so I
Oh,
can't
I
be
hate
like
that. I hate when that
I
happens,
can't
man.
be like I can't be like, "Oh my god, did you see what The Rock and Cody Rhodes did on Raw? That was so awesome. I can't wait for me." To me, I don't see it like that. To me, I see it differently.
Well,
That makes sense.
No,
to
it
be
makes
Like, and
fair,
perfect
that's
sense. I
why
get
that's
you.
one like, that's one thing that would worry about me if I took filmmaking more serious. Like, let's say, even though this is never gonna happen, let's say I did become an actor that was bigger, and let's say I became an actor that was in the MCU, right?
mhm.
It would ruin it for me because then I wouldn't have the same feeling that I had for Endgame and the lead up for that. Because then I'd be like, "Oh, I'm part of this, you know, I'm part of, this series of movie, and I know this guy's not gonna die because I'm signed on to 2 more sequels after, and,
Yeah.
I've done this and that." And it's just it's kind of different for me. So with wrestling, yeah, occasionally I'll watch, like, a documentary if it's something, like, that I'm interested in, like, like the Iron Claw or, certain episodes of the Dark Side of the Ring, but with, like, wrestlers, because that's with Ohio Valley Wrestling, that's like I don't know, I don't like, there's no disrespect to anybody that's a pro wrestler like myself or whatever, whether you're a higher level, lower level, stuff like that. I just sometimes I have to stay away from it, if that makes
Well,
sense.
if it makes you feel any better, it's not so much a wrestling show, but rather a docu-series about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know a
Yeah.
couple people that are on there. I know a couple people that are on there. Um, I know for a while they had somebody like a island girl named Tracy Taylor. She just wrestled for us. There's a smaller Mexican guy named Manny Domingo. I've wrestled against him several
I
times.
think I've heard that name before.
Um, yeah, there's a few guys on there. It's just
Hmm.
like I don't know. It's hard for me. Like I'm not like a mark, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you got
Mhm.
some notoriety at least. I mean, like, you ever heard of a guy named Johnny
Yeah.
Nova?
No, I'm not.
He's a friend. He's a wrestler I recently reconnected with. Apparently, I went to school with him. This guy used
Oh,
to.
nice.
He was the guy, the bully that picked on me as the geek, and he's messaging me
Oh,
like, dude, how you doing? I'm living in Florida. How you doing? I'm like, awesome. How you? It's so fucking funny.
that's funny. Yeah, I went to the same high school as one of my buddies. He actually made it to like honor WWE and stuff like that. His wrestling name was ACH.
Oh yeah.
He went to high school with me. He was like 3 or 4 grades underneath me. When he was in WWE, he was underneath a different name, but he won like the NXT Breakout tournament like in 2017. I think his name was like Miles something
Mhm.
NXT, but he left and then he tried to say that the shirt design that they made him was racist. I don't know if you guys heard that
I
story.
don't think I have.
Because it was like a white logo with like a red outline, and it kind of looked like the stereotypical like racist smile that they used to do like in the Max Fletcher cartoons
Oh
back in
my
the day.
god.
Word.
So he tried to say WB did that on purpose, and you know what I mean.
But,
Oh my
Evan,
god.
do you have a question for him on the subject, seeing as your girl's into wrestling?
Not really. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I've
that's interesting. I've never heard of it that way, where the girlfriend gets the guy into wrestling. I've never heard of that.
well, I
Usually,
mean,
it's the other way.
I mean, like, I'm not an avid wrestling watcher, but like I was going back to Mississippi. I was at one of those like convention wrestling matches,
Uh
and
huh.
it was I can't even do it justice. It was the cheesiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like they were doing
Yeah.
this thing. They have like a guy dressed up like some deranged leprechaun. They put him in a
Mm.
cage, and it's one of those
Yeah.
things where they put the crane up there, and you have to grab the doodad and try and release the leprechaun. And when I saw the crane up, I'm like, oh god, here it comes, here it comes. And like I forget, the one wrestler was like a coach, the other one was a frat boy. I don't remember much. All I know
Indie
is like,
wrestling does have its charm though, because it's different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit more crowd interaction. Crowd.
Yeah, oh, did he freeze on us?
I think you did, buddy. Eric, Eric, if you can still hear me, you have frozen. I like the position he actually froze on. This is the first.
Okay, just sent him, a private message there, see if he gets it. Oh, I think we're getting something here.
All right, nothing happened. Yo, Cruiser, I was
I've
gonna
seen those.
say I'm not surprised you watched Disturbed because you look like the guy on the cover. It's like tucked into his shirt. Dang it, I was gonna have a question that Queenie was gonna ask.
Supposedly, the guy on the cover is a man coming out of a uterus.
I was
I have
perfectly
no,
on the money. Oh my
I have
god.
no idea. True.
I guess Eric's just gone. Oh, he's
Oh,
Eric back. Oh, there he is.
I think
I don't know what happened. My internet went out, so I'm on my phone now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened. Just everything just like disconnected, and I was like, "What?" Um. So as I was saying with indie wrestling, it's a little bit more of an intimate setting, so it's a lot more crowd participation, a lot more showmanship, a lot more, you know, interactiveness than what you would get like on TV. Because TV, they do weekly so that they could sell tickets and pay-per-views. So they're a little bit more formatted differently. But
Mhm.
indie wrestling, they book for I call it booking for the night. So you're focused on these people spent their money to come see us for tonight instead of going to the movies, going to Denny's, going to IHOP, going to you know what I mean. They
Oh,
chose you. Now my computer just fucking reconnected. So my computer reconnected and it tried to connect me on my computer instead of my phone.
I hate when that
So
happens.
I don't know why Discord automatically does that.
I know that happens to me all the time. It really does.
So with indie wrestling, they choose you for their entertainment with the night. So that's why a lot of it's gimmicky, a lot of it's like gaga, and I think that's the charm with it. And that's like when I look at it from a production standpoint, because I help book my local show here in the San Antonio Austin area. Um, I look at more as like from the behind the scenes type of thing. So I'm more of like a entertaining these people for tonight that came and spent their money, and it's like a different aspect for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, as our time here is coming to an end, sucks because this has been a lot of fun having you on.
Oh my god.
Uh, let's end with a few other with two other questions here, one from each of us. Uh, so you have your YouTube channel, you have your wrestling career. Is there something else you want to try tackling in the world of like entertainment and performing?
Well, I'm definitely gonna start going more towards the writing stuff. Like I am actually working on a novel too,
Mm,
but I started with this, maybe writing. I even thought about writing like a children's series of books,
Nice.
like almost like Goosebumps type of thing. Um, Acting. I definitely want to go back into the acting stuff. I can't believe it's already been going on 5 years, 4 or 5 years since we filmed the movie, and 3 since it came out almost. I'm like, man, dude, we're not getting any younger. Let's make something else so we could be in it. You know,
mhm.
I don't want to be Game Changers movie 2 when I'm 50.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You're
like,
gonna look less like yourself right now. I mean, it's like
Jackass.
when you look like Keanu Reeves when he did like friggin'
yeah.
Bill and Ted. He looks like Professor Snape.
Oh, dude, that movie was freaking terrible
I
too.
know it was because they didn't look
That whole
right.
era of like movies from 2020 to like 2022, you could tell they were rushed, or you could tell they were like cutting corners because of certain protocol, and you can tell like you know it was made different because now movies are starting to feel like movies again.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
Mhm.
definitely.
So, Evan, do you have a final question here for 8-Bit Eric?
Oh, I do before I go on to the final segment. As a guy who does the show all the time, I want to know, you do a lot. I like how you are able to put out all this gaming news. What kind of sources do you recommend for good gaming news?
so my main thing that I always go to first is I check Twitter trending. I think Twitter trending is the best for anything, not just gaming, but entertainment, movies, TV, music, anything geeky. Check Twitter first. Then from there, I Google. So I'll look and see what's trending. Then I'll go like right now, Back to the Future is trending. So I would click that, look around, then I would Google Back to the Future. Then I'll go to like there's like a handful of websites that I'll check out, like Game Rant, Dixerto, comic book,
That's what I use.
a couple of those, and then I'll just like then I'll go to YouTube because I think Twitter's a better search engine because you can type anything and anything comes up, but YouTube's great too. I'll see what the newest videos with whatever topic, and then from there I'll be like, okay, let me sit down, make some notes, kind of freestyle a little bit. But Twitter's where I go to with anything like right now, like literally if a celebrity fell down and broke their tailbone, we'd find out right now on Twitter like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elon.
Anyway, before we end this night, you're actually gonna be the first to try out a new segment for us.
Uh-oh.
Everybody, we have a new segment that I wanted to do with the guests because when we don't usually have guests on here, we don't usually have the segments. So I decided to introduce one. I want to thank Jablonski for this idea. We're gonna be having an AI generated question set as represented by our mascot Queenie, who is the logo. We call her Queenie because Queen Ant, whatever. And
the bee, yeah.
yeah. It's an ant, but I know what you're saying. I know the questions. I don't know why I went with those colors, but I understand the thing. I love this guy. So, tonight's AI generated question is: if you had a house made of apricots, how would you keep the wild animals away?
Apricots. I don't even think I've ever eaten an apricot. Is that
probably got some Pokemon?
Is that kind of like an apple?
It's like one of those little it's like picture it like I don't know what it is. It's like it looks like a mini orange.
A house made of those. How to keep the animals away? Oh man, well in Texas, there's a variety of animals that I could definitely see eating that. Obviously, the insects would come for it first, but then you start to get the possums. You start to get like rodents. I don't know, man. I think I would have to like have dogs or something that would no, because I think dogs would eat apricots too.
Definitely.
I would just have. That's tough. That's weird. What makes this more distracting is that an AI asked this. I would ask AI what I should do.
Try that. Ask it what it should do, Evan.
Yeah, you
Let's
should
answer its own question.
I don't have the website up. This was like pre-generated, but I would have loved to put that there. I'm taking that as the answer. I'd just go to AI and let him handle it. I kind of wish
it's curious what AI would ask though. I don't know. Is there anything that you could spray on apricot on food that would? I don't know.
Poison.
Maybe I would kill the animals that came and ate it, and I would eat them. But then I wouldn't have a house.
Well, you'd have a house made of apricots, so there you go.
That's such a wild question.
You've already demonstrated I love the response to this question. I love your reactions.
The AI part that's what's throwing me off the most about it.
I had a feeling that would be the case. Anyway, we want to thank you for coming on tonight, Eric. Eric, you're easily
sorry
one of the
for
best
the
guys.
small technical difficulties. I don't know what the heck went on.
It's okay. We get it all the time with us.
All right, I appreciate it. Anytime. If you want me, just let me know.
Of course. Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
Yeah, my channel, 8-Bit Eric. Actually, just Google 8-Bit Eric. You can find me on every platform, big or small. High School to Headlocks on Amazon, and follow me on Twitter. That's it.
Sweet.
And remember, people, Rich from Review Tech USA sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, there you have it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell